Good morning. In this video, I'll be going to do my laboratory activity number 2. Okay. So first, I had created my M file, which was named as Elevado Advanced Math Lab number 2 #2.m. Okay. So let me proceed to the instructions. So on part B, solving power series, I am given with this code wherein I'm going to solve the sum from 1 to 7. So in this case, I had defined x as equal to 1 to 7 and the sum, and I had inputted the second code to find the sum of all x. Okay, so let me run. Oops, we've got an error. So the error is that the hashtag in my file name. So let me just change the file name, guys, so that we will have no error. Okay, so I'm going to replace. Okay, so let me run this again. So there, I've got an answer of 28. So let me just copy this and put it in my in my template. Okay, there. So now let me proceed to step number 3. So in this case, I'm going to find the telescopic sum given a series. So let me just hide the previous codes. So let me type the code for the telescopic sum, Kn, then sim sum 1 over k minus 1 over k, 1 over open parenthesis k plus 1, then close 1, then n. Okay, so our equation is 1 over k minus 1 over k plus 1, and we're going to find the telescopic sum. Okay, so let me click the run. So there, I've got an answer of psi n plus 1 minus psi n plus 2 plus 1. So by the way, in this answer is different with my manual solution. So I don't know where I've got it wrong, but I had tried all the approaches. Okay, so I might be wrong, but I am willing to be corrected. Okay, so okay lang po na kahit mali ako, basta malaman ko lang po kung bakit siya ganyan. Now let me proceed. So mag-proceed na po tayo sa problem number 5. Okay, so step number 5. So in step number 5, I am given with an infinite series problem. So as stated in the question, an infinite number of mathematicians walk into a bar. So the first orders a 1 beer, the second orders a 1/2 beer, the third orders a 1/3 of beer, the fourth orders 1/4 of a beer. Okay, and then the bartender closes the bar since they'll run out eventually. So show the graph up to n is equals to 100. So as I had observed, the denominator is increases by 1. Okay, so that means our denominator should be increasing. But first, let me define the boundary. So x will range from 1 to 100, and then first let me find the sum of the reciprocal. Okay, let me find the sum of all the reciprocal of x. Okay, from 1 to 100. So let me click run. So there, I've got an answer of 5.1874. Let me just copy this and put this in my template. Okay, so tapos na. And then after that, kailangan ipakita ang graph up to n is equal to 100. So what I'm going to do is, let me just hide this first because I will be using another code. Okay. Okay. So first, let me define that n is equal to 100. So that's the limit. And then or the denominator will be from 1 to n. And by the way, we have defined n as 100. So that means the denominator will increase from 1 to 100. Okay. So the denominator will be increasing by 1. So it will be 1 over 1, 1 over 2, 1 over 3. Okay. And now let me write the series as equal to 1 divided by the denominator. So 1 over the den. Okay. And now in order to show the plot, let me just write figure 1 and then plot and then the sum command and then the series. Okay. Then a few codes, and then so let's click to run. So there. So this is our graph. Okay, so as you can see, it's from 0 to 100, and then the answer was 5.187 when we solved the sum. So as you can see, it's here at the boundary at the top. So I think the graph is correct. Okay, so let me just copy this. Okay, okay, so I've got the result copied. Okay, now let us proceed to part C. Oops, I'm sorry with that. Okay, I'm sorry with that. Let me proceed with part C. So in part C, now let me proceed to part C. So in part C, I'm going to solve for the Taylor series. Okay, so let me just hide these codes, previous codes, and type the given codes. So symbolic x, and then Taylor of Taylor series of sine x, x, and then 10. Okay, so the order is 10. So let us click run and see what will happen. So we've got the answer of sine 10 times x minus 10 squared over 2 up to cos 10 x times x minus 10 raised to the power 5 over 120. So let me just copy this answer. So in this case, in this problem, I have got the same answer. So I think my manual solution is correct because I've got the same answer with this of MATLAB. Okay, so that's all. Thank you for watching. Bye.